How's it going, guys? It's Raider Knight, and we're back in Age of Civilization playing the 1936 scenario as the British. So obviously we're not the British Empire. We still need to gain a little bit more territory, but we're doing very well right now for ourselves. I think our first goal should be to take over Colombia and protect our interests over here in the New World. I think we're going to get some peace treaties up with everybody we can. And I think an alliance with, no, not the Congo, just pact with the Congo. Let's get an alliance, though, with South Africa. Can we get one with the French? Maybe. And definitely Norway and Denmark. So we have a decent amount of allies now. Let's get one with the British Raj as well as Australia and China, because why not? So we cannot ally ourselves with the French, but we might be able to get America. Can we get Canada? Should we get Canada? That's the real question. We should definitely go after Ireland. I think we're losing ground in our African territory, but that's fine. We're also losing, though, in this territory. It's fine. We're all good. Let's take back some of our territory, or not. The British Empire is already starting to shrink. I think a war with the Saudis is the way to rebuild our influence in the world. So let's just take over the Middle East. And so far that's working out pretty well. Let's get some pacts up, because apparently everybody wants to go to war with us. And let's take over all the regions that want war. Hopefully this is good. Or not. Let's take over all that. And let's try to take over all of Ethiopia. As well as take over all these people. So Ethiopia is gone. But the Congo continues to battle. They don't want to surrender. Okay, so we're starting to push the Congo back. And they have fallen. So now we can choose to either go to war with Turkey or possibly continue in our reign of terror in Africa or maybe even South America. I think a world war is just starting up, because apparently we're at war with the Nazis and the Soviets. So apparently the Nazis did not ally with Mussolini. They allied with Stalin. Yay! Looks like all that anti-communism isn't going to happen this game. And apparently we're at war with Portugal, who is like fascist or communist. I don't know. We don't know anymore. And Egypt, as well as Turkey, is joining in the fight against us. Great. Let's get a pact up with our good friend in France. Hopefully he joins the alliance. But he won't. And let's get our victory in Europe as quick as we can. Even more. Oh, we got France in the alliance. That's good. That's step one. Let's go after Morocco. It's been a hard war in Africa. It really has. Nobody really wants to surrender. And we're kind of just always getting pushed back, it seems. So it looks like, though, we will have some victories in Western Europe. Or Eastern Europe, my bad. Against, like, Turkey. Even though it's kind of still Asia, since it's not really Europe. But I don't know. It's whatever. And let's go into Greece. And France has already done the job for us, apparently. But we still have to help out in the north against the Soviets and the south, to be completely honest. Apparently the Soviets have a lot of land down here, but I think I'm going to let these guys handle that. Let's deal with our Soviet enemy to the north. I think that Denmark and Norway and France have got all that covered with Germany. The real enemy is the Soviets. And actually, the Soviets aren't as strong as we thought they were, because our allied empire is really powerful. Yeah, the Soviets really were not as scary as I thought they'd be. Right now, the USA is our biggest threat, to be completely honest. They have almost as much as we do. But we're the #1 country on the planet, so we shouldn't have that many difficulties. And I think this is about the end of the Russians. I say we go to war with the USA right now before things get bad soon. Yeah, let's jump right into this war against the USA and Brazil and all of them. And let's continue to try to push back the Russians, at least until we win the war. They've retaken Moscow. That's not good. But we should be able to push them back this turn, hopefully. Okay, we've managed to win. Stalin's done. Japan's all that's left, and the Philippines, I guess. Now we've taken the New World. I guess Hitler's still standing, but barely. And then we have to worry about the Americans, so that's going to be fun. USA is actually our hardest war. And I don't even think they're going to be that difficult. But they have already taken over most of South America, so anything could happen. Could still be a pretty hard war ahead. But so far, we've seen not too much resistance. I guess I'm trying to push through and at least break through the line, possibly into North America. It's kind of where we need to go, to be honest. We could ally ourselves with Argentina. That could be a good little boost to our alliance. Let's also get ourselves the Cubans. So we have a little bit more power now in North America, or at least the Americas. Let's try to take over all this territory. And let's try to take over this as well as some of that. And we've taken the Brazilian capital, so we should be able to just fully take out all of South America in a few more turns. South America needs to fall. Once it falls, we have an easy gateway to North America just by going through Panama. We're having some troubles, though, breaking the line in some spots. Should be good enough. We've almost taken South America. I might leave the rest up to good old Argentina in that area, but I'm going to take out these two territories. And then to Panama we go. So we're in Panama now. USA wants peace, but they're not going to get it. Let's take Haiti as well. And now the USA continues to fight us down here. Let's just end that. Ooh, the USA pushed us back to Panama. Well, that's not very nice. We're going to have to get a good amount of troops if we're going to win this. This should be a pretty good barrier we've built up against the Americans. I say we take that as well as Haiti, and we try to block them off. Fucking America in the South, I swear to God. They will not surrender in this front. And it's really starting to annoy me. So we're starting to see wins now in the north. Should do that. Charge through to Panama. And then I think this guy can just take over all of Mexico and Texas. Yeah, we're starting to finally push them back. We should be able to take out the American capital soon. How's it going in the old world? Anything? Not really. I guess there's that, but that's not really anything important. I think the USA is still our #1 war we got to worry about. And that's barely. We should be able to have an easy win. We're like the #1 country on the planet. Let's take over all of Mexico and Texas, finally. And now we have an easy picking by taking out America. Should be pretty easy to just storm and take over most of the West. See what we usually do. It's usually only hard to get through Mexico. This should all be pretty easy and uphill after this. Maybe Florida will be a challenge. But that's about it. Florida's nothing. Let's buff those troops, let's buff these troops, and let's take Detroit, which is actually a pretty hard part to do in this part of the game. And let's hope we can take all of America's mainland right about now. We did pretty good. That was better than what we usually do. Now Detroit has to build troops and hopefully take over New York. I think New York should be our main focus with that troop. This guy can do whatever he wants, take over Canada. And then the rest of you just storm to Canada. So we've taken New York, but we can't take Canada. So that means we need more troops there, more troops everywhere. And let's start to go into Alaska and all that crap. And continually, the Americans want to fight back. Use the Canadian territory and just attack New York. I think if we can hold out for one more turn, USA is done for. Yeah, they're done for. And we have become victorious. We've taken the USA. We've taken the New World, and now our real last goal is just to go for Japan and the Philippines. And maybe Australia. So, pretty easy part of the war. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's been about a month since we've played this game, so we've definitely been overdue for an episode. And mostly I've been doing those AI ones. So, let's go over here and take the Philippines. We've just taken Japan like it was nothing. These should be really easy wars. They shouldn't be anything difficult. Yeah, we're about to win. We even have territory here in Australia already. Is even Australia? Australia is in our alliance. It's New Zealand who's the problem. Let's just ship all the troops over here. We'll take over New Zealand's capital. Yep, New Zealand, you're done for. British victory. And we have taken the world. I'll see you all for the next video. And Kyron Hito.